So what do you think is like one unpopular opinion that a lot of people have about the restaurant industry?
Maybe this doesn't directly answer this question, but there's a saying that you hear:
Mm.
the guest is always right. You know, and we kind of run down this avenue. It's like, guest is always right, and I have fought with definitive like things are the way they are. You know, that to me that feels like there is no option. It's like almost takes empowerment away from the employee if the guest is always right. And I don't like to deal in like that type of certainty. You know, I like to deal in, hey, let's empower our employee. Let's build that person up. And so the guest would always be right, but you also have an employee who's really, really empowered, you know, and we're not playing in this field of right and wrong. You know, it's just like, we're just doing the right thing, you know? And so I think that's maybe, that doesn't directly answer that question, but that's probably an unpopular opinion, is that I don't like the way that we look at things sometimes. When it's like something has to be that way. And there's
have you ever heard my saying about that? When people say the guest is always right? My statement is this: I always say, like, the guest is not always right, but the guest is always the guest, and it's okay for the guest to be wrong.
Yeah.
And it's okay if they're, you know, they're like every other human being in the world. They have assumptions. Yeah.
And so that's probably, you know, sometimes when I have that conversation with people about like that thing, they kind of draw back and you're like, what do you mean? You know, it's like, well, let me explain. Well, you know, let's just go do the next right thing in general. And normally it works out, you know.